We just stopped this Corrine Brown verdict watch clock a couple of minutes ago when the jury requested to go home for the day. We reset the clock this morning after a juror was dismissed and the judge told the jury to start all over. Until this morning, all but the alternate had already deliberated for nearly 12 hours. The alternate was seated after a juror raised questions about comments that were made by another juror.
Also new today, the jury asked the judge two questions. One was about the tax evasion charges. The other was about the mail fraud counts. Channel 4's Joy Purdy and the I-Team's Lindsay Gardner are both downtown covering the latest developments. We begin with Joy, who will tell us why a juror was replaced. Joy.
Mary, Tom, I'll tell you about that. I want to make reference right now to the jury. They are still inside. The judge has said if a verdict is not close to being reached, he will allow the jury to go home. So we're waiting to see if that's going to happen at any moment. To answer your question about that alternate juror, so this is what happened. Last night, one juror called the judge's chambers, raising questions about another juror, saying that that juror was talking about this higher being. That was enough for the judge to come in this morning and question the juror talking about the higher being and ultimately releasing him from the jury and replacing him with an alternate. Now, higher being was used. That doesn't necessarily mean this person was hearing voices or talking about aliens. It could have been just a simple reference to God. We asked our legal expert, Gene Nichols, about the judge's move to replace that juror.
Somewhat. Obviously, we know that they had to have a closed-door session because if we found out what was going on between these jurors, it could have given insight into how they were deliberating, what they were saying. So it was, of course, the correct move by the judge to close everybody out so he could have a frank conversation with everybody as to what was being said. Obviously, something was said that told Judge Corrigan that this juror could no longer sit on this jury, that they no longer could either be fair and impartial or could not follow the law. And for those reasons, Judge Corrigan clearly had to dismiss this juror, but we will probably never find out why, at least not until maybe this trial is over with, unless that juror happens to speak.
So that happened this morning. The jury had two questions today. And through all of this, Corrine Brown has been in and out of the courthouse. The former congresswoman going across the street, spending a lot of her time waiting for the verdict at Sweet Pete's, the restaurant here. But she has had to be in and out. So she got quite a little workout here today. In the meantime, let's talk about those two questions the jury asked. Joining me now is Lindsay Gardner on the other side of the federal courthouse. And Lindsay, this is the first time the jury has asked questions in the 3 days they've been behind closed doors.
You got that right. They switched out one juror, and all of a sudden we've seen a lot of movement from this jury. Although it does look like they will be going home for the day with no verdict reached on this third day here, we do know from our legal experts the fact that they are asking questions and the particular questions that they are asking show that this jury is being very methodical in how they are going through these 22 charges against the former congresswoman, which our experts say is both good and bad news for Corrine Brown. The newly seated jury deliberated for more than 6 hours on Wednesday and still no verdict. But Corrine Brown made her way in and out of court all day as the bombshells continued. Just 30 minutes after juror 13, a white man from Middleburg, was removed and replaced by alternate juror number 5, a Hispanic man from Jacksonville, we had our first question. It focused on Corrine Brown's taxes. Specifically, the new jury asked, is the defendant responsible for everything on her taxes if she did not provide all of the information and if she did not sign the tax forms? Is she responsible for items that she didn't tell her CPA? Here's why this is so significant. During the trial, we heard Ronnie Simmons testify that he signed at least one of her tax forms on one of these 7 years in question. And the defense hounded home an email between Simmons and Brown's certified public accountant, who also testified. That email did not include Brown. In it, the CPA and Simmons were talking about what to include on Brown's charitable contributions. Brown's defense used that correspondence to prove she was not as involved with her taxes as the government is alleging. Taxes make up 4 federal charges against Brown, 3 for filing false returns, and 1 charge of a corrupt endeavor for misleading the IRS. The second question came in the afternoon, asking, does the government have to prove the mail fraud charges beyond a reasonable doubt? The judge wrote just one word: yes. And just now, as that story was airing, we got official word from our Jim Pickett, who is inside the courthouse right now, that Judge Corrigan did just excuse this jury for the day to go home. So deliberations will continue tomorrow. Obviously, there's a lot of different scenarios for the Congresswoman at play here. Obviously, her best case scenario is a full acquittal, possibly then next a mistrial and no convictions on any of the verdicts. However, I did speak with a former federal prosecutor today who tells me a third scenario here may also be favorable. If she is convicted solely on the tax charges, he said based on the loss, she would then be sentenced to a maximum of 21 months in prison or possibly a minimum of just house arrest. So really showing everyone at home just the sliding scale and the variables that are at play here as the jury is considering its verdict and Corrine Brown is sweating out what her future looks like. Joy?
All right, Lindsay, thank you. We're going to be talking about all of those what ifs with one of our legal analysts. She's going to be here. Rhonda Peoples-Waters coming up at 6 o'clock, as well as Jim Pickett, who is inside the courtroom all day today. He has an overview as well. So for now, we're live outside the federal courthouse. Tom, Mary, back to you.
Thank you, Joy. That tax question the jurors asked today is really a question that applies to all taxpayers.
Yeah, it certainly does. I spoke with a local tax attorney late this afternoon, and he told me she absolutely is responsible for everything on her tax return, even if someone else signed it, which is a no-no. And she's responsible, as we all are, for reporting all of her income. He went on to say that that responsibility cannot be delegated to a power of attorney. Even if she filed electronically, which almost everyone does now, she is responsible for reviewing her tax forms before they're ever filed.
With the change in the jury makeup, we took a look back at the breakdown of all the jurors and alternates and what we know about each one. You can find that and more inside our special section on news4jax.com/trial.